Hello there, this is Amy Fig with Paint and Voice, and I've been making a lot of scrap journals lately, and I wanted to show how we can use these craft papers or decorative papers that are in our journals. And so this is one way to use these. So I'm going to begin by sketching out a figure, and this is with a this is with a charcoal pencil. And I will leave the description of it down below. So I'm going about this in a very loose way, and I don't really know exactly what I'm going to paint. I'm just I know I want to paint a figure, a character of some sort, and it's probably going to be a woman because I usually paint women. Just feel comfortable with doing that. But I don't know what she looks like, and so I'm just going to allow her to appear. And the way I do that is by creating a space for her to appear. So I'm blocking out the background. I don't want to block it out completely because I like to see a little bit of the design from the decorative paper in there. And so I have kind of a limited color palette. I have black and white, a pink, a yellow, so I'm just kind of smushing it and smearing it around using different tools. Now I have a palette knife, and I can scrape the paint across and then kind of dig into it with the tip of the knife. And then because there's a lot going on back there, I want to kind of bring it together and maybe mute it a little bit. I want it to be easy on the eye, and I want to have varying strengths of color, so like color areas that are really dark and vibrant, and colors that are more dull or maybe or more see-through, less opaque. I'm putting white where I know I'm going to draw a face, and I'm going to be adding skin color later, so that's what I'm doing with the white. And I'm drawing some arms and some hands because I know I want her to hold something. I just don't know what yet. So it's kind of going to be like she's wearing some type of a cape maybe, or like this really like flowy garment. And now I'm just sketching out a head shape and a neck and shoulders, and then the arms. And I really didn't know how the hands were going to come out. I'm just kind of going with it here. A lot of times when I'm drawing hands in a painting, I look at my own hands, and I often even take a picture of my own hands in the way that I want to portray them on the paper, and this helps a whole lot. And then I use the picture on my phone as a reference. I just kind of hold it in front of me and look at it, and very loosely kind of try to translate the way my hands are. Everything in these art journals that I make is meant to be very loose and carefree and messy and not precise, not pristine, not perfect, but it's perfect in the way that it's helping you to feel free and playful. So we're wanting to achieve the flow state, and in order to get there, you got to keep yourself relaxed, or allow yourself to just relax into it. So now I'm adding some turquoise, or kind of this teal color that is also in the design of the decorative paper. So I'm kind of bringing that back for her hair so that her hair can stand out, because there was a lot of busy color going on. I needed to choose a color that would come to the forefront and stand out more. So now I'm mixing the colors that I have to create a skin color. We can make skin colors in all different combinations, and I'll probably be doing a video on that soon too. So just a quick coat over where I had applied white. As you can see, it's not precise, and it's not completely opaque. Now I'm adding a little bit of white to that to add a highlight to the skin and putting it in certain areas. And I'm not taking a lot of time to be like blending or anything like that. I'm just kind of laying it there, laying one color on top of each other. So I created this little, I'm going to call it like a candle holder. I'm picturing that the base of it is glass, and it holds a candle, and so this is the light of the candle that's coming out. So now I'm going to go over my first drawing that I had there. This is another reason why we don't want to make everything completely opaque, is because I want to see through to the first layer I made so I can bring that sketch out again. This is a Posca marker, which is amazing for doing little tiny spaces and working quickly. It's paint in the marker and it dries fairly quickly, so that's cool. So anytime we use this charcoal pencil and touch water to it, it gives sort of a shaded smudging look that I really like. And now just kind of touching up her gown or her robe or her cloak or whatever we want to call it. So I found a color that matched some part of the decorative paper design, and by using that I can blend it in to what I've already added there. So no matter what your decorative paper color is underneath, if you can find a color that matches it kind of closely, you'll be able to blend parts of your design in. So this is meant to be fun. Again, don't take it too seriously. I'm doing some scribbles in the background, just playing around. This is the Posca marker again. They come in sets. They're acrylic paint in the pen, and they are very vibrant and just really excellent for mixed media layouts. I love them so much. And as you can see, you can put many layers of paint and really anything, markers, pens, pencils, pastels, whatever you can think of. You can put many layers of it on these really thin decorative papers that you buy at Hobby Lobby in the scrap paper section, and it holds up really well. There is a little bit of buckling in it sometimes, but it's fun. And there are ways to get rid of that. And I do have a video that shows one way how to do that. So now I'm kind of muting out the busyness of the background colors so that we can bring the character to the forefront of this little story that we're telling. But I don't want to completely block out all of these wonderful layers that I created in the background, but I do need to push it back somehow. So that's the reason for adding some white on top. And as you can see, it's almost like the character, she's stepping forward as we're adding some type of a muting to the back. You don't have to use white, you could use any color. But it does help if the color that you're using is either darker or lighter than the main character that you are highlighting. So I am, speaking of highlights, adding a little bit of highlights to the eyelids and the lip. I usually like to make the bottom lip a little bit lighter than the top lip. Just add some depth in there. Some little accessories. This is one of the really fun parts, is adding the accessories and the detail work in the end as we're closing up. I love adding these really cute decorative elements to my journal pages, like the heart with the color of the heart chakra placed in the heart area. Then we have another one for the throat chakra area. And then the message came to me, hold the light. So that's what I wrote here. And I just want to thank you for watching, and many blessings to you always. Keep finding your joy in art journaling, and I will see you soon. Bye.